Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are getting ready to dive into the temperate forest exhibits today because we are going to be working on the black bear exhibit! Finally! That is one of the exhibits that we have actually gotten started quite a while ago, and then we just had so many mod updates recently that I sort of held off on doing anything in it because we got these beautiful windows. Aren't they just gorgeous? And then we got the diorama maker. I still don't know the name of that mod. My apologies. I'll try to learn the name of this mod pretty soon, but this diorama maker, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. And again, every time I mention those plastic animal toys, you guys get so excited. So we are going to be talking to Martha about sending out a little receipt asking for some sort of a nice little NPC toy maker to maybe potentially help us make some awesome toys. Summer, I don't know why your fur is wet, but you need to dry off so you can be a proper red wolf, please. Hello fur, hello Maple. Oh, wonderful. Red wolf poo, exactly what I needed to start my day. Okay, it didn't cause any of that grass to grow. But yes, okay, we are going to be getting some toys of the animals in the future, but we need more animals. That's kind of where we're at right now. We need to build some more exhibits in the temperate rainforest area. And the temperate rainforest? What the heck? This is just the temperate forest. A temperate rainforest would have quite a few interesting creatures, I assure you. I used to live in a temperate rainforest when I lived in the Appalachian Mountains up in Boone. That was really, really awesome. And I know we've been working on the temperate forest area pretty exclusively for the last couple months, but don't worry, because after we work over here, we are actually going to return to working the different areas of the zoo. We do have November coming up, and I was thinking of working on the dinosaur side series in November, but then again in September I was thinking about working on the farming side series, so patience while I figure that out. But basically, like, I really want to go over and see how our giraffes are doing soon too. I want to try breeding up our giraffes as well, and working more on the safari zone. So we've got a lot of other sections to the zoo, yes, but I'm trying to stay focused on one area so we can at least get in, like I said last time, 2 or 3 more temperate rainforest animals. And now a lot of people are cheering on Lily Girl for cougars, and I think adding the cougar exhibit in would actually be a pretty good idea, because we used to have a cougar exhibit in the old world, and that was for Maya. And if you guys remember Maya and Naomi, our old cougars, I was really, really pleased with how many of you guys did remember our old cougars. And then, you know, we've had them before, and I really like this spot as a potential cougar area. Just imagine it. We'll smooth out the edges right here. We will remove the adorable little piggoos. Pigoo, do you want to look at me? Yeah, look at me. Now I'm wearing the flower headband, and we're best friends. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. But we'll remove the little pigoo, and we can put some fencing up along here. We can put a cougar in here. We can give her like a nice little waterfall and a rocky overhang. We can give her a nice little cave. We can make sure that this is sort of a better slope so that the cougar can climb up to the top of that area. I think that would be really, really nice, especially because then we potentially, and we talked about this last time, potentially putting in a big bridge that can kind of go over the exhibit or next to the exhibit. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought that was a floating piece of land, and I was like, oh my goodness. All right, and then coming down over to the turkey exhibit. Oh, I didn't know I had a gate on this side of the turkey exhibit. But yeah, coming over to the turkey area. So, oh no, we have an escaping gobble gobble again. Quick, we need to get the gobble gobble back in. Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? Get in here. Hey, okay, I gotta change this up to capture mode. Come on. All right, why can't I catch you? Why can't, there we go. I had to back up a little bit. All right, there we go. We've got another safari net. Oh no, and a pig. I think I'm losing gobble gobbles and I'm gaining pigs, so I really need to fix this. That's my bad for not realizing that this is just like one block that they can just like fly right over. And turkeys can indeed fly. It is actually a misconception that turkeys are not able to fly, but I assure you they can. Our own turkeys have proven this point many a time. But yeah, so we've got a lot of work to do in the temperate air. I almost said rainforest again because I used to live in the temperate rainforest, in the temperate forest area, but it's going to be worth it because I want to finish a section of the zoo and start putting in the NPCs, not only as zookeepers, but also the guest. I want to make sure we can have some educators. I want to just turn this area into a very lively zone, and then we can turn our attention to another zone. But I'm thinking maybe what we'll do is we'll start making a rule, like a rule of thumb. Is that what you call it? Yeah, rule of thumb, where we'll have like 5 exhibits per zone before moving on to a new zone, unless something really big happens. So let's see, we've got not, if we're gonna, I wouldn't really count the turkey exhibit because it's kind of just like a turkey pen. But we have the black bear exhibit that we're working on, red wolves, the white-tailed deer, and we do have the big, gigantic, beautiful aviary that we haven't been in for a while. So yeah, 1 or 2 more exhibits here. And then we technically have this exhibit too. Oh, now there's a mushroom. Mushroom! This exhibit is meant for the water snake, actually. So come here, Mr. Mushroom. I'm gonna go ahead and remove you from here. I really need to like find a mushroom reserve to put you at, but you can just kind of hang out over here. Oh dear, I'm going to take off the flower headband for a second. But the mushroom can hang out over here. We do have a northern water snake exhibit as well. But I guess a completed exhibit really needs to have some sort of educational poster or educator. Because what do you know about the northern water snake from this? Well, you know its Latin name, which honestly, I don't memorize Latin names. They change a lot right now too. Because as we do more genetic research on animals, we find that they were put into families they should have never been in. And so their Latin names actually change. Not frequently, but commonly lately. And I've just never really put much stock in memorizing the Latin names of things. I like to learn about the biology more. So there's none of that here. There's none of that. You get to come over and you get to see a snake that doesn't even look, honestly, the right colors as a real northern water snake. So we'll have a poster or an educator over here who can tell you all about them. Why? Why puppies? No! Oh, the sounds of tragic hunger. Look, Alia, sit. Alia, please. Oh my gosh. This is a little extreme, don't you think? To go from 0 to like covered in wounds. Lily, thank goodness you sat fast enough. Tate, get over here. Alia. This is so sad. I need more venison. I never thought I'd have to say something like that. Okay, we'll have to take our puppies to where they can heal up, or I'm pretty sure I have a puppy bed. Okay, come on, guys. Come on. All right, you're good. Lily, come with me. Tate, come with me. Let's go put our puppies in the temperate rainforest. Or not. Why am I saying temperate rainforest today? It's a temperate forest zookeeper station. And we do have to go over there anyway to snag some materials for the black bear exhibit today. But yeah, the black bear exhibit's what we're going to go inside and work on. I need to get some more of these tree stumps to be able to put into the black bear exhibit because that would be pretty amazing. But I'm pretty sure... Here we go. Thank goodness. Come on in, puppies. Come on. Don't be shy. This is a good thing for you. There you go, Tate. There. So Tate and Alia have healed up just by virtue of being next to the bed. Tate's jumping in the bed. Thank goodness. I'm just going to grab this entire pile of raw chicken. And then we'll take a peek in here. Now, anything I think we can use in the black bear exhibit, maybe this leaf pile, but that's kind of something we save until the end. But yeah, we're really, oak wood. We definitely need this oak wood. And actually, do I not have a bucket? Do I not have a bucket in here? I have a couple buckets here. So we're going to grab some water too, because we are actually going to make a waterfall in the black bear exhibit today. All right, come on, puppies. Oh my goodness, you guys are just going to make me panic so much. All right, and I'm going to put away this corn, actually. I accidentally brought it over from our farm, but we can turn that into veggie bait later. All right, there's Alia. And I need to get some water really quickly. So we'll just gather up some water from the river. And now we have the water to make the waterfall that we're going to put into the black bear exhibit. And I'm also going to snag just a couple of these pieces because I think this is like the variegated Parisian ivy. And I think it would look good in the exhibit for the black bear too. So I'm going to snag a few of those. Maybe one from over here. You gotta love plants that will actually grow and propagate. They're so cool. All right, and we'll move these so I don't dump them. All right, wonderful. So enough babbling about what we're going to do with the temperate forest exhibits. There we go. And let's just go ahead and get to work. I think before we finish this exhibit and call it, or this zone, and move on to the next zone, I also want to make sure that we can tidy up all of these spots where we've got chests and we've got just crafting tables all over the place. Make sure we have plenty of areas to kind of observe the red wolves. And a lot of you guys are very upset about the idea of the red wolf pups going off and becoming dispersal wolves in another forest, but that is how it works in real life. Sometimes you will have one or two of the pups stay and kind of help raise the next generation, but then they'll usually leave the year after that so that they can go and start their own pack. So the idea where you'll have like an alpha and omega and beta and those kinds of things are very, very outdated. It's bad science. Toss that right out the window. And you will usually just have a breeding pair and some of their family members for a pack. And I don't know. Okay, we might vote on leaving behind one or two of the pups here and they can help out with the next line of puppies. But you also have to remember you don't want to become overpopulated with your wolves. That puts a lot of strain on the environment. But I guess this wolf pack doesn't need to worry about that because we can just feed them all of the things that we give them anyway. So yeah, they're actually in a unique situation to have as big a family as they want. All right, Lily, Alia, Tate, please stay here and keep an eye on our really awesome little picnic pickup area. I absolutely love this place. This is another thing we need to get like people in for. So we're getting so close to the point where we can just start having people come in. And when I say people come in, we can make NPCs and we can open up our shops and have guests wandering around and talking and maybe having little quests for people to do when they come visit. It's going to be fantastic. But here we are, my friends, the American black bear exhibit. It is actually a species of least concern. It is not something that you would consider an endangered species. I have actually not seen black bears in person myself in the wild, but when I lived in the mountains, a lot of people had the encounter of seeing a black bear while they were out hiking. And there's a lot of things you want to do so that both parties can remain safe, but they're usually not like danger, danger, like threat sort of animals. So let's see. Did I forget to make a way to get into the exhibit? I may have, but this is okay. I can figure out how we are going to build a way to get in just a second. I think maybe a really cool, what about an underground? Yeah, you guys, what about if we made like an underground entrance to the black bear exhibit? That would be really cool. We can get like a carpenter's door and everything. All right. But I guess I'm just going to climb. Oh, wait. Yeah. I have that open corner over there. That's right. I knew there was some way to get into the exhibit. I had just forgotten. But let me show you what we're going to work on first. Oh gosh, you have to walk around. This is going to be closed up, by the way. It's not just going to be like, oh, the black bear can just wander right out and help itself to the picnic baskets if it so wishes. Don't worry, that's not going to be the case. You know what? Maybe we should have a bowl of free dog treats over here. I like that idea. We'll set that up so it has a bowl of free dog treats. But here is the current black bear exhibit. So it's been terraformed and I have surrounded it with fencing, but we haven't done any of the big things that are involved in exhibit building in here just yet. So right here is where we are going to actually drop the water in just a moment so that we can create a nice little waterfall coming on down. And I guess I need to fill this up too. So we're going to have water all over here. We are just going to leave the fossils and gemstones kind of where they are so that they add to the look of the exhibit. And we are going to be building a really big hollow tree stump with the oak wood so that the black bear has somewhere to go in. Black bears do not hibernate. They just go into a deep slumber during winter. Then they sleep a lot lighter, like they wake up a lot more when it's warmer in like the more southern region. But what we're going to do, let's see, how big should I make it? Maybe this big? Maybe that big? I'm not sure. Let's see. Where's Glorious Crafter? There we go. We can see if we can get the outline of a nice big tree stump sort of put on the ground. Oh, I know what I want to do. Let's do this. And then we can put like one of its tree stumpy roots right there. And then let's see. Maybe it's too big now because I want to kind of do this. All right. And now I think I need to reassess my tree stumpiness. But black bears, when they go into that deep sleep, will often find a good spot. Let's take this down. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead. Go ahead and do that. All right, we'll figure this out. And maybe that for a root over there. All right, and now I need to go get more. Oak wood. Yeah, that'll be a good tree stump. I think it's a little bit big with the wood pieces sticking up. So we'll make them go down like this. But black bears will hibernate, or will not hibernate. Again, they don't do true hibernation. They just go into a deep slumber. But they'll go into hollowed out trees or logs that they will have dug holes in so that they can become a little hollowed out log, or they will go into little cave areas. But hollowed out trees appear to be one of the favorite things of black bears to use as a shelter. So we're going to build them a nice hollowed out tree right here. We're also going to give them a hollowed out log, like probably on its side over here, which will be very interesting. We're going to fill this area with a few trees as well. Some of the fir trees or the pine trees, because black bears do love to climb. They actually will tree their cubs if they need to. If a black bear mom senses that there's some danger nearby for her cubs, which could be another black bear, the black bear males will eat the babies from time to time. If a cub has been separated from its mother, then they'll just go ahead and kind of munch them. So that's not a good thing. And so black bear females will often chase their babies or teach their babies to go up trees so that they can try to get out of danger's reach. And danger being other black bears, actually, which I think that's kind of intense. All right, there we go. We'll cut down this oak wood tree. So now we're going to have to do a little bit of wild harvesting, but that's okay. And I think we'll try putting in a couple of these trees, actually. We'll put in some of these trees right here into the black bear exhibit, and we'll see if that's going to be... Oh gosh, and the thing when you start cutting down trees in a forest with tree capitator is that suddenly all of your trees are missing leaves and you have to cut down a whole bunch more. But that makes sense. It's like if the trees fell over, then they're taking out quite a few other trees with them, knocking off all the branches and whatnot. But yeah, so black bears love to climb trees. From the reading and research that I was doing, they often will climb trees just to kind of like see what's going on. A lot of people think black bears have really bad eyesight, but their eyesight has been compared to that of primates. So yeah, that's pretty good. And so they might climb a tree to kind of get a view of what's happening in their area, maybe see if there's any nearby food. Apparently their noses and their sense of smell are their most dominant sense, and it's as good as a dog or a cat sense of smell, which is one of the reasons. Oh, look over there, it's a beautiful little deer. And I think there's an int right here, so we have to be careful. I noticed because there's an int garden made out of ferns right here, so I guess we could gather up these ferns to decorate with too. But if there's an int nearby, you always want to be careful with cutting down trees. Otherwise, they might come out and attack you. So we need to be cautious. We need to be very, very cautious. Ooh, and there's a whole bunch of fallen leaves. That would actually be awesome as decoration. We should have a gardener we can trade in a whole bunch of like normal leaves to for a whole bunch of dead leaf piles, because that's just an important decorative feature for any good zoo. All right, so we're gonna go away from where the int is to cut down a few more trees. Okay, that's just a hole in the ground. Actually, I have some dirt to plug that hole up in the ground, just if I want to. There we go. And then, should I? Okay, I'll cut down this one and then we'll leave some oak trees behind us to kind of fill up this spot. So there you go, oak sapling. Man, it's a little harder than I remember to get a bunch of oak wood. I thought that would be really, really quick, and yet here we are, still kind of wandering the forest, collecting what we can. All right, what kind of trees are these? Yeah, these are spruce saplings. They're just very interesting looking. All right, we'll gather those up. But yeah, so black bears like climbing trees, and that's why we're going to be adding a few trees into the exhibit. And black bear cubs learn from an early age how to be very good climbers. And yeah, I actually was kind of the camp of people who thought maybe black bears didn't have very sharp senses because they're depicted as being kind of not the most intelligent creatures. But no, they're right up there with primates, cats, and dogs. So they are very, very intelligent. They just are also very laid back. They're kind of opportunistic eaters. They will eat anything that they can get their paws on, anything that they can sniff out. So they'll follow their nose searching for food. And often that will take them into the path of where humans are and where humans have left out potential food for them. And that causes a lot of problems. And that's where you get your black bears that are habituated to raiding dumpsters. And then they have to be removed from an area because they become problem bears. And that's not a good thing. Or they lose their fear of humans because they're like, hey, humans have yummy food, and that causes a whole bunch of problems too. But they're also kind of I wouldn't say lazy, is the right word, but they're not going to go out of their way to do some hunting of things that are difficult to chase down if they don't need to. Like deer, they could, theoretically, they run 30 miles an hour, so they could run after a deer if they really wanted to, but it's a lot easier just to sort of like eat a honeycomb, you know what I mean? Or to kind of like, oh, there's a lazy flat squirrel and just eat the squirrel. So from what I was reading in my research, then they have the capability to be carnivores because of their teeth, and they are opportunistic eaters, but pretty much 80 to 90% of their diet most of the time is going to be like fruits that they can find, nuts they can scavenge, even fir needles, which I thought was kind of interesting. So we might go out and try to find a fir tree for a black bear exhibit. So yeah, I didn't know that they would actually go so far as to like eat fir needles, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't really get a hankering to eat my Christmas tree very often. But that's apparently black bears. Yay, we've got lots of wood now. Okay, so we're on this. Let's also go ahead, and I guess I should have, man, I don't have enough water to be able to make a renewable water source, but let's climb up here. I love doing this mix of leaves as well. I really should have harvested up some leaves. I wasn't thinking. I was too distracted talking about black bears. Oh yeah, and I forgot how we were going to turn this into like an entire little pond up here too. So we need to get lots of water. So maybe we need to have like a well or a watering station or something to be able to get lots of water from. But here is the beginnings of our little waterfall. So let's see how that looks. I'm gonna hop down. Oh, that's so nice. That's going to be awesome once we get all of it pouring down. Yay! All right, so we'll gather up some more water, and we'll at least get the watering fall. We'll at least get the waterfall done today. And then next time we'll work on building up the logs and maybe go find a fir tree. Yeah, we may find a fir tree. I may think about other enrichment items for the bears, but really if they mostly like to go around and kind of eat off of the berry bushes and to eat off of nut bushes, we might bring in some nut bushes. And we might make like, maybe what we'll do is we'll like have a branch go off of the cliff, and I'll put a bunch of nuts hanging from the branch. So that would be interesting, like right over here. That would actually be really cool to have kind of a branch or a bunch of leaves that go across here. And then there's a bunch of nuts that grow from the bottom of them for the bear to enjoy. We might put a bunch of berry bushes and flowers over here so that people have something nice to look at while they're looking out at the black bears. We'll make sure they have a private area to go in, and they have trees that they could potentially climb if they so wished. Hopefully they won't just scurry right out of the exhibit, but fingers crossed they won't do that. And then I also want to do a little bit of devincing work. Right here. Right here is where we are actually going to make some devincing roots that will crisscross the top of this, the surface up there, so that you can walk under it and look up and just see the beauty of the roots kind of reaching over. I find something very lovely about seeing overgrown roots that way. So we'll be doing that as well. So let's go gather up a little bit of water. Oh dear. Well, you know, you are underground. So if the water happens to drip on your head, I apologize. It's part of the whole experience. And we may want to make like a little decorative pond or two here and there. Now that I'm kind of running all the way down. Oh, look at all the mushrooms. So many wild mushrooms to harvest. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh gosh. All right, well, I'll come back for you, mushrooms. I'll come back. So we really may actually want to make like a renewable pond of some kind that we can rely on. Yeah, because that's actually not filling back up. There we go. But we may want to make some ponds scattered throughout our zoo so that way when we need to gather up water like this. Oh my goodness. Can I please get out of here? Oh gosh, there we go. Well, you know, maybe we could put some birchwood in there. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if that looks good. But it's really fun as we continue building and expanding our zoo to realize the things that sometimes, let me go ahead and move some of this out of the way. Apples and geishel greens, there we go. Like building all of the gardens that we have that are kind of like our renewable gardens, like the strawberry garden that we have over next to Sunflower's tree, or building things that look decorative like that but actually serve a purpose to help us to feed the animals and help us to gather up fresh water for when we need it. So yeah, we'll definitely put in some water buckets. I probably need to put in like some sort of cool watering fountain thing for people, and we could probably build a really cool looking water fountain with the new shrinky dinky thing. Oh, that'd be so fun. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead And go, is this renewable now? Yes, it's renewable now. Thank goodness. I was going to say go ahead and rush off back and forth, up and down, to have to gather all that up. But it's always so wonderful when you get some renewable water resources going. Nice, nice. All right, we'll jump this way. And then we'll just do one right there. And is that good? Okay, what about right here? Nope. All right. What about right here? Yes. All right, and we can actually ride the waterfall down. Wink. There we go. There we go. And then I will work hard at making sure there's that one and there's that one. And I will fill up the pond so that the little bear doesn't have a chance of being like, help, and then drowning under that fossil. What a way to go. What a way that would be to go, drowning under a fossil. It would take a little bit of talent, but it could happen. Also, I like this random stone sticking out. I don't remember doing that, but I kind of want to do like another one right there because the black bear won't be able to reach that spot. And maybe I could put a mushroom in there. Oh, this is going to be so fun. Decorating the exhibits is truly one of my favorite parts about this whole shebang. So, all right, guys, we're going to continue working on the black bear exhibit tomorrow because I'm going to stay focused for once. And then we'll look forward to some mining, getting aster seed out of the P-file area, being able to complete a whole bunch of our other projects next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.